Okay, boys and girls, let's go ahead and go over our vocab words that are going to go with your story that you're reading today. Darting. If something is darting, it is moving from place to place very quickly. The needle of the sewing machine is darting through the fabric. Smothered. Something that is smothered is thickly covered with something else. Jason smothered his grandfather with kisses. Nod. A nod is when you move your head up and down to show that you agree. With a nod from the conductor, the orchestra starts to play. Slippery. Something slippery is wet, smooth, and hard to hold. I caught a fish, but it is too slippery to hold. Hollered. If you hollered, you shouted loudly. We hollered to get her attention. Delight. Delight is great joy. It is a delight to surprise Grandpa with a cake. Fragrant. Something fragrant smells sweet. Lilacs are a fragrant springtime flower. And then our last one is grunted. If you grunted, you made a low, deep sound. The movers grunted as they lifted the couch. All right, so today you're going to read the story, Where on Earth is My Bagel? And as you're reading the story, you're going to make inferences. So a lot of the questions that are on the choice board for this story are going to be helping you to make inferences as you're reading. Remember, when you're making inferences, you're just making smart guesses about what's happening in the story that maybe the author isn't telling us. So really the two areas that can help you with making inferences is using the text or the pictures to help you. I always say with the text, it kind of as you're reading it, it's always like when you're making inferences, it's just reading in between those lines to kind of figure out what the author's trying to tell you. Or also those pictures sometimes give us clues that the author may not tell us in the text. And then also using your prior knowledge can also help you with making your inferences. Okay, but before we do that, I want to work on our inflections, ED, and also ING. So go ahead and get a piece of paper or a dry erase board, and we're going to work on some words together. And we're going to start off first with ED. And remember, our inflection ED is we add at the end of a base word. And when you're adding ED, that means you're changing the word, and it's something that already has happened. And when we add our ing to the end of a base word, then that means it's either something that's happening right now or something that is going to happen. So let's just start off with words that have an ED ending. We are going to do silent E words as we're practicing. So remember with that silent E at the end, if we are to write chased, so everybody go ahead and write chased. If I write chased, I'm not going to write CHASEED. I'm just going to take off the silent E and just add my ED ending, my inflection ending to the word. Okay, so there's one for you. Let's go ahead and do, we're just going to do 4 of them. So spilled. And spilled, before you add the ED, has a double consonant at the end. Closed. Baked. And then the last one is asked. Okay, I'm going to move my chair over for a second. All right, so now we're going to do ing words. And remember, when you're writing ing words, you're going to drop that silent E to add the ing. So if I did riding, I would write ride. I know there's an E that comes after ride, but because I'm adding my inflection ing, I'm going to drop the E and add ing. Okay? All right, let's do 4 more together. Making. Hopping. hiding. And our last one is standing. So standing is our only one that is not a silent E word. So remember, spell stand and then add the inflection ing to the end of it. Perfect. Well, let's see how we did. So if we look at our ED words, this is how we would spell all the words we said: chased, spilled, closed, baked, asked. Then our inflection ing, we have riding, making, hopping, no, not hopping, just kidding, hoping, hiding, and standing. Okay, so awesome job today. So when I get done with this video, I want you to go ahead and get your inflections worksheet. I can't think of what the page is, but I do have it on today's reading assignment, the picture of it, so you can look at that. I want you to complete that and then turn it in to me, and then you could read your story for the day.